Hello guys, Prime Guy 98 here, bringing you with another bit of a different review, because today we're gonna take a look at my design collection. Yeah, let's do that. So the first design is Wheeljack. Yeah, just Wheeljack. He's the very first papercraft transformer I made and designed and created and had in my collection for about a year, until I gave it away as a gift to a mentor of mine who I can't say his name. But if you're watching this, I want to thank you so much for helping me accomplish certain goals in my life. So yeah, but this is the Wheeljack I designed. Yeah. Turned out a bit different, mainly in the legs, because I couldn't make the legs split, so it just made them just attached together. But pretty much the vehicle mode and such is completely accurate. Let's continue! This is my Motormaster design, and if you can see a check around somewhere on the page, it means I made him. I'm not gonna show you the finished product or anything, but yeah, if you want a video review on any of these things, and you see a check mark, and you see, ooh, I like that, I want to see that in a review, comment me down below, because if you want to see Motormaster, I can show you Motormaster. So yeah, let's do that. This is the design for Motormaster. Now, this is a very funny one, because my big brother was about to turn 21, and I thought, let's turn him into a transformer. So I was brainstorming like all the time, thinking what he could be as a transformer. And I came up with a Game Boy, because we used to have like a blue Game Boy Advance. Of course, it's not a Game Boy Advance, it's the older Game Boy. But still, I made my brother as a transformer who turns into a Game Boy. I eventually scrapped the idea because he was about to turn 21 and he didn't like Transformers. So I thought, you know what, it's not really his thing, so let's not do that. But still, I made the design. Maybe I'm gonna make him, maybe it's not gonna be for my brother, but just for me. But yeah, that's a Game Boy Transformer for you. If you've never seen one, well, there you go. Now, try not to get confused with this cluttered mess. This is a cutout of a Astro train. It says artwork, but it's actually a design. That's an Astro train I designed. And behind that is a design for Cybertron and Sideswipe, which I actually reviewed. And here's a teeny tiny little design for Seaspray. I had a scrap piece of paper and I just quickly drew this because I just suddenly had a like, hey, I can make him, and I just took, and I didn't have any paper at the time, and I just didn't want to risk losing the idea, so I just quickly plotted a design, just drew it on a piece of scrap paper. But yeah, Seaspray design and Prowl. And I actually made this guy, but I didn't put a check there because this guy, I made him, but unfortunately, I had to throw him away because one of my family members stepped on it. He got completely crushed. It was such a bummer moment. But there's the design for Prowl. Maybe I'm gonna rebuild him, maybe not, I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but there is Prowl. Next up is Cup, who again I made a little design, and the design of Cup, but I actually made him. I already did a review on this guy, I guess, so don't ask for a review about this guy. Next up is Broadside. Broadside, the most least liked character of the franchise, but actually somehow one of my favorite Transformers characters. I don't know why, I just like Broadside. I think he's unique. I mean, the toy was terrible and it was like just a brick, but this thing is a brick too, but I don't know, I kinda like Broadside. Please don't hate me for that. Just kidding. But yeah, there's the design, and I made him, and I already did a review on this guy, so don't ask about the review. So, let's say this, if you see a character you like, and there's not a review on it about it on my channel already, just ask for a review. If I already made a review about this guy, and you want to see how it looks as a physical object, just watch that video and don't just ask me for a review. Just now we got that out of the way, let's get to the next one. We got a Dukes of Hazzard Transformer. Got the General Lee. It's an unfinished design because I didn't. I wanted to color this, but still, God dang it. But still, the design is there, and he looks pretty good. I want to build this guy. It's exactly the same transformation as Prowl. But yeah, let's get on to the next one. Next up, Hearts of Steel Prime. Now this thing became sort of a success and mostly a disappointment. Mainly, as you can see, I made a check, so it's finished. But it's super floppy and flimsy in both modes. I want to do a review on this guy, but just a quick reminder that it's going to be a floppy review. It's going to flap all around over the place, so just so you know. Papercraft Sandstorm, yeah. The head is crap though. The design of the head is not accurate, I guess, I'm not sure. This was when I just figured out a yellow dune buggy / helicopter triple changer existed. And I knew his name was Sandstorm, but for the rest of it, I never knew anything about that guy. So I just winged it when it came to the design. I just quickly saw an image flashing by, and I knew in the back of my head I saw this character somewhere. Just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna make a design. I don't know if it's accurate, but I made him anyway. So yeah. Here is Springer, and yes, I made this guy, but in Dutch underneath it says, given away as a gift, which means I don't have it anymore, and like, I made this guy, but I gave it away as a gift to someone else, to a friend of mine. So yeah, next one, we got Rodimus Prime. Design looks good. Execution, not that, because the legs don't want to stay in place in the actual figure. But if you want a review about this guy and I haven't already, put a message down in the comments below. Rodimus, yay. Reflector, one of my most, again, successful papercraft transformers, even though the shoulders of this guy and some of the legs don't want to stay in place. He turned out so good in camera mode. I cannot stress enough how good he looks, and I made him. So you want a review? Message down below. Let's continue. Okay, RC. I made a design for RC. Haven't made her yet, because I discovered the design was not accurate to the way she transforms. Because this is just exactly designed like my hot rod. But she just doesn't look like she should, because this should be on her back. This is like a backpack and not arms. I thought she transformed exactly the same way like Hot Rod did. Apparently she did not. So I have to redesign her. But still, look at what looks good. Look at that pink car. I don't care if it's pink. I would definitely drive a convertible car like this. For sure. It looks so stylish and blue, beautiful and sleek. Yeah. That's a cool looking car. And I designed that. Next up, Blur. And I mistaked him for another Transformer, which was a Formula 1 car. It was the, from the very first season, I don't know his name. Mirage. I mistaken Blur for Mirage. How stupid was I? But that's because of the Titans, no, not Titan, Combiner Wars line. Because in the Combiner Wars line, the aesthetics of Mirage, I believe there was a Mirage, I'm not sure, but the aesthetics of that Mirage, I believe, was very similar to the aesthetics of Blur. That's why I probably mistaked them. Because I took a lot of references designing these guys based on the toys at the time. So this one was designed when Combiner Wars came out. So I based this design on the Combiner Wars Blur or Mirage or anything, but I made him. So again, you know the drill. Comments below. Now, this is what I call a papercraft Metroplex. Yes, I made him, but the problem is, while I was moving to the place I'm living right now, my father dropped it off the shelf and stepped on it. We were packing the boxes, and that thing, he knocked off that thing of the thing off the counter, and I said, "Watch out!" And he looked behind him while doing a step back, and while he was doing a step back, he crushed the city mode. So yeah, but moving on. Devastator. Now these are just vehicle robot modes, because I already made the vehicle. This was like, I designed this after I made Devastator in vehicle mode, but I wanted to have them robot modes. I just added a bottom piece where a robot was on each one. So again, you know the drill. There's a check mark. You only have to ask. Now, this is a design before I knew Broadside existed. I was looking all over the internet for an aircraft carrier transformer, because what I wanted to do, I wanted to have my two Decepticons, Starscream and Astrotrain, to be accompanied with a massive aircraft carrier, just for the jet transformers I made, to have just a place to just display them on. But also I want that display piece to be a transformer on its own, but I couldn't find any. So I just made my own aircraft carrier transformer. I haven't made this one because this thing is absolutely huge. But still, it looks awesome. The design is there. Yeah. Next up, Perceptor, and there's a check mark. But I made this guy, but it never got past the prototype stage, because I made the prototype together with tape. Just regular office tape. Let me tell you, that's not a good idea, because the hinges become sort of too stiff. Like the points where it like folds around and stuff, that becomes too stiff. And thereby it doesn't want to stay in like any mode. It just goes halfway, like it looks like it's half transformation, and sort of weird. But still, design is there. Maybe gonna build them in the future, not sure yet. But it shows them I made them, but I don't have them anymore. Yeah. Next up, Sunstreaker, and I believe I did a review about this guy together with the Sideswipe version of this one, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Laserbeak. Again, this is before I knew Laserbeak had a big backpack, so this is just the big Laserbeak I got on my collection. I made this guy, and it says 1984 version because I made a design where he was actually a smartphone. And it's just exactly the same shape and transformation, just a different top, but still. Yeah. This guy, so yeah. I did know he had a backpack back in the day, but that's fine. Now, this is a quick one. This is a small design for a Hearts of Steel Optimus Prime. And this is when I just had my 3D pen. So this is like a 3D pen design, thinking how it would work. It's just a concept, doesn't work. I tried it, it's not that good. Right here we have a Unicron concept. And these are Scrap Mechanic designs. If you don't know what Scrap Mechanic is, it's a game I really want to get one day, and it's on PC, but I just need a PC. So this is a design. Oh, and this is a fun one too. This is a soccer stadium transformer. And my little brother, who is Blue Fox. Again, shout out to Blue Fox. But still, I just made him a soccer transformer. Soccer stadium. He was a fan of Arsenal at the time. Yeah, let's continue. We got a very old design of mine, which is a pirate ship transformer that I wanted to make out of Lego. It didn't work, and yes, I cut half of this part away because I needed paper for a papercraft transformer. For a Ironhide, to be exactly. And here we have a concept sketch that I just quickly made with a marker. This is the official Megatron design. This is, I believe, the second design I've ever drew. Yeah, there it is. We got a Megatron concept. And we got another very small scrap mechanic Optimus Prime. Again, for a game. We got a cannon transformer concept that I want to make out of Lego one day, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. And this is a very good design. This is a modern house transformer. This is the free two-dimensional design. And it's based on a sound wave I made. And here we have the 3D design for that modern house transformer. Haven't made it yet. Maybe I'm gonna. I'm not sure. I have this design for about a year right now. Here is Powerglide. And the problem was I didn't know he was Powerglide, so I named him Jetlag. And I just said Jetlag there with a little star, and it says, I don't know the name, I think this is his name. Yeah! Sorta sucked. But yeah, there is Powerglide. And he was supposed to be one of my biggest one. This is like supposed to be me, like my height, and he comes about armpit height. So yeah, Powerglide. Pretty cool design. Again, my little warpath sketch, or design, or drawing, whatever you want to call it. And we got Grimlock, and I made this guy, and yes, you only have to ask. But yeah, there's Grimlock. So just ask. Here is my, how I think Primus would look like. He is not in a planetary mode, he's in his core mode. Like the Cybertron core itself. There's Primus. I haven't made him yet, but still, maybe gonna. This is a Lego design I made. Yeah, of Skylynx. Now, if you have seen my one of my Bionicle reviews, I believe it was with the new knockoff Bionicle 1, I mentioned a Batman tumbler transformer. Now, here is that design, that little sketch. This is that Batman tumbler transformer concept sketch. It's awesome! Yeah. There we got an Ironite concept or design, and I made him, so you just have to ask once again. And here's a design for Skylynx. Again, just have to ask. And we got the most hideous things in history. It's 2007 movie Starscream. With the teeny little jet mode. And this is when I discovered the tiny turbochargers. I wanted to make a Starscream for that. And there we have Fortress Maximus. And again, you only have... Next up, we got my 6-shot design. And this one is not accurate. Also because this old mode does not exist. And I figured and I discovered that the colors aren't accurate, but still. Oh, and this old mode doesn't exist. These two I changed to a... Yeah. I didn't know what 6-shot actually turned into. I just knew these 4. And it just came up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I didn't know what the last one was. I never knew it was a wolf. Why? But still, yeah, we get the 6-shot. And here is the 3D design of the house mode of that modern house transformer. Yeah, looks kind of cozy, like a cozy little house. Here is a Transformers Armada papercraft transformer concept. We got an R2-D2 transformer concept. And a Transformers animated Shockwave, which I think has a really cool looking old mode. Again, this is a character I came up with myself. This is a helicopter, and his name is, let's see, where is it? Pitch. And yes, I made him, and again, you only have to ask. So there we go. There is every single papercraft transformer design I have so far. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and this is Prime Guy 98, and I'll see you next time. Bye!